Hello, we are your friends from the Office of Early Childhood at the Mississippi Department of Education. I'm Oki, and I like to teach through song and play.
I'm Candace. I like to pop in and help make activities easier.
I'm Marissa, and I like to make learning fun. And this is the Mockingbird. He's going to come and tweet us through every lesson, and he's our state bird.
And I'm Lemuel, and I love creating cool things with lots of fun stuff.
Welcome, welcome, friends today, friends that are here and far away. We will learn through meaningful play about our theme and question of the day. Welcome, welcome, friends today, friends that are here and far away.
Let's get ready to have some fun.
Welcome, friends. I wonder what we're going to talk about today. Let's go visit the Mockingbird and see what she's tweeted us. How does weather affect living things? How does weather affect living things? I'm going to invite my friend Candace up here, and we're going to talk about that together and learn some vocabulary words. Oh, Candace.
Hi, Marissa. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Today we're talking about how does weather affect living things.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I have 4 vocabulary words behind us, but we're going to really just talk about 2 of them today. So this word right here is precipitation, and it talks about the water in the air that comes down from the sky.
Oh, like when it rains.
Like when it rains.
Wow.
Or when it snows. This is drought, and the drought is when it's really dry outside and there's no precipitation. And our 2 new words today are hibernate and burrow.
Wow, those are great words.
Well, they're great words because it talks about how the animals, how the weather affects them. And sometimes animals hibernate. That means they go into a hole when it's cold outside and they sleep the whole winter time long.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Like a bear. A bear hibernates. He goes into the cave and he don't wake up until it gets warm again.
Wow.
And this word right here is burrow. And a burrow is a hole in the ground.
Wow.
Yes, a hole in the ground that an animal can go into to protect itself or maybe just sleep.
Do you make it with a shovel?
No, you don't make it with a shovel, Candace.
Well, where do they get it?
So I think that they use their claws on their feet and they dig a hole. But you can dig a hole with a shovel, but the animals don't have a shovel.
I guess not.
So I wonder if you've got some Spanish and sign language for those 2 words for
I
us.
do.
Okay.
So the word hibernate is pronounced in Spanish hibernar.
Hibernar.
That doesn't sound quite the same, does it?
It does not. Not at all.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
Hibernar.
Hibernar.
And that means to hibernate.
Hibernate. Okay.
The sign for hibernate is you pull away from your face, I guess like you're getting ready to go to sleep,
Oh.
and then you put your hand under like this. See, they go in their cave like you talked about.
Yes.
So they're going to go to sleep and go in their cave. Isn't
I like
neat?
that. Yes, I do. I like that. Now the next one is burrow.
Burrow. So the Spanish word, this one's a little bit complicated. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Madriguera.
Do that one more time, please.
Sure. Madriguera.
Madriguera.
Very good. We can practice some
We
more.
will practice. Man, that was difficult.
That one's a little different. And the sign for burrow, you're going to make like your cave and go in or under.
Just like that?
Like to birds, like to go underneath.
Yeah, like the animal dug a hole.
Exactly.
With his paws, not a shovel.
Okay.
No, that was funny. So Candace, we have a special guest with us.
Who?
He's going to come up here. His name is Wright. He is from the Natural Science Museum.
Oh, that's a great place to visit.
And he is going to bring an animal, and he's going to show us an animal and how the weather affects affects the animal.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
And I bet he's going to talk about the words hibernate and burrow for this animal.
Wow, that's going to be great.
So will you come back and join us later?
Sure thing.
Okay.
See you later.
Thanks, Candace.
Sure.
All right, let's welcome our friend, Corey Wright. And while you're at home and he's coming on, I want you to close your eyes. It's going to be a surprise. Are you ready? Close your eyes at home and let's see if Mr. Corey Wright and what he has for us today. Open. No. Close. Don't peek.
Don't peek.
Don't peek. I wonder what kind of animal he has for us.
Okay, are you ready?
I think I'm ready now.
Okay, open up.
There's no animal there.
It's nothing?
No, I don't
Okay.
see anything.
Close your eyes one more time. Let's
Okay,
try
we're
it
gonna close
again.
them one more time.
One more time.
All right.
Ready? Open.
Now, Corey, this is not funny.
It was here.
Well, where'd it go?
Oh, he's right here.
Corey, what is that?
It's a baby alligator. He's a hatchling.
A hatchling.
And the cool thing about alligators, they're born with teeth. They're hatched out of an egg. And let's see if he'll open up for me. They're born with about 82 teeth. And a way to remember that is Mississippi has 82 counties.
Really? I didn't know that.
They have about 82 teeth.
Wow, that's a lot. That's more teeth than I have.
And they grow pretty fast.
Fast?
Yeah, you want to make this alligator grow, guys?
I don't know. How are we going to do that?
Uh,
Should we close our eyes again?
maybe he's going to hibernate and grow.
Ooh.
Nah, I don't think that.
Do alligators hibernate?
Well, they don't particularly hibernate. It's a type of hibernation called a stupor, where
Stupor.
they're not doing as much movement. That doesn't mean they're asleep. They're just at rest or not moving as much and not eating as much. They can go 2 months without food.
So I was thinking like a bear. I know a bear hibernates and he goes into the cave and he sleeps all winter long. So the alligator doesn't go into a cave.
No, but they can burrow.
Oh, really?
They can, and I'll show you with a bigger one.
Okay.
See if I can make this one bigger or find a bigger one. Let's look for one.
Oh, goodness.
Do you see one?
I don't know. I
I
don't.
think he was
I
around
don't, I
here
don't
somewhere.
know. Oh, I hope he didn't get lost.
He's somewhere around here. Let's
You
see.
wondering?
Oh, there he is.
Oh my goodness. He is a big alligator.
Yeah, he took a lot of naps.
He did take a lot of naps. Wow.
But with this animal, they will dig burrows. They have claws. And
We talked about that, Candace and I, about how they use their claws and not
Really?
a shovel.
Yeah, it's not a shovel, but their hands are webbed. And the cool thing about an alligator, he's wiggling. But if you want to show them, that's the front claw of an alligator or the front foot of an alligator. And are you not happy?
I don't think he is.
He
He's
might needs to go
wiggling.
to timeout. But they have 5 front fingers and 3 claws. And the cool thing about them is those front 3 claws are designed for climbing up mud hills or even digging burrows where they have air pockets.
Corey, I'm going to lay this down right here, and maybe the children can get a good view
Okay.
of the 3 claws, because I thought the claws were missing until you said 3. So this claw, or that's what you call it, right? The claw. And he's got 3 nails. 1, 2, 3. And these 2 don't have any nails at all.
Nope.
Wow. And so they use the claws to dig a burrow, like you said.
Or to climb out the water and go above ground.
Wow. That is so cool. I didn't know that.
And even if you look at this young alligator, he has 3 claws and 2 of them are missing on the last 2 fingers.
He does. Do you think I could use my finger and point to
Yeah,
the
you
claws for
can.
the children? So right here, there's no claw. There's no claw. And right here, there's a claw. And right here, there's a claw. And here. So he has 3 claws on his finger, and it helps him dig those burrows. Now, I remember you said something about the alligator doesn't hibernate, but
Right.
it does something else.
It's called a stupor.
A
They're at
stupor.
rest because they're cold-blooded. They don't require a lot of food, and they don't want to use a lot of energy being cold-blooded, so they don't do as much movement. Even their heart is similar to ours, but they're cold-blooded. Everybody grab your heart. They have a heart similar to ours, a 4-chamber heart. But even when they're placed on their back, you see them wiggling? See them wiggling? Watch what happens. And he's out.
What happens if I touch him?
You can touch him.
Is he gonna move?
No, he's all.
Is he hibernating?
He's technically not able to move right now. See? So this is how I put my alligator in timeout. I'm just playing.
He's not moving.
Now watch what happens when I turn him over. He's like, whoa, what just happened to me?
He just woke up. He doesn't even remember. He doesn't even know I touched him.
He was just, his body shut down. Another cool thing is alligators have a third eyelid that's clear, called a nictitating membrane, and it folds back like a swimming goggle. And if you guys wear swimming goggles, it kind of works like that to protect his eyes, but it's clear. See? Watch it open up and you'll see it fold back.
So that my son likes to wear swimming goggles. He doesn't like to get water in his eyes. So that third eyelid protects the alligator's eye from the water.
Right, and I wear swimming goggles all the time too, even in the tub.
That's funny. I bet there's some children at home that wear some goggles too in the tub. They don't like to get water in their eyes when they get their hair washed.
Right.
So what is another way that the weather affects the alligator?
Okay, with the weather affecting alligator, during dry times, they will find cooler mud areas. They don't want to always be in the sun. But if it's really hot, they thermoregulate. That's a big word, and let's see if he'll open up. Their brain is about the size of my thumb, so what they do is they'll release heat. So they'll open their mouths and try to release heat to expel some of the heat when it's really warm or in a drought. When it's really wet, they're generally in the water or patrolling, swimming around.
So yesterday, Corey, in my neighborhood, we live by the reservoir, and there was an alligator, and he was just floating right on the top. His little snout. What is that part called right there?
This snout area?
Oh, is it a snout?
It's a snout.
Okay.
And when they're young, like the little one down there, it's called an egg tooth, and that helps them cut the egg open because it's leathery.
Oh.
And if you see an alligator swimming like this, he's not really hunting. If he's in the water, this is how they hunt. They generally sit in the water and they go back and swim under the water so they won't make a ripple.
Oh, a ripple? That's like the water when it makes little waves, isn't it? So I remember I've seen a boat make a ripple when it's sailing in the water. So you're telling me the alligator goes back down in the water backwards and goes under and makes no ripples.
No ripples.
So he can sneak up very quietly, huh?
Right. And do you guys know how many different types of alligators there are in the world? There are only two. There are only two species of alligators, the American and the Chinese.
That's two, American and Chinese. I wonder if the children at home can determine what kind of alligator this is. Do you think it's an American alligator or a Chinese alligator?
It's actually an American alligator. The coloration on the Chinese is a little bit darker.
Wow. So if you said American, can I give them an alligator clap?
You sure can.
Oh, good. An alligator clap if you thought that it was an American alligator. That's how we do an alligator clap in the classroom. So, is there anything else that you could tell us?
There is.
Okay.
These back scales are called osteoderms. And the cool thing about an osteoderm is the word osteo means bone and derm or dermis means skin. So that's a bony skin plate on an alligator's back. See, if you look at the live alligator, he has those osteoderms going up and down his back.
Does it go all the way down to his tail?
All the way to the tip of his tail.
Wow. That is a lot of information. Corey, I might have to have you back when we reflect, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's at home, I know that you guys can give Corey an alligator clap. Can you do that? Just like this. Very good, Corey. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to come back.
See you later.
Okay. Make sure those alligators are all in a safe place. All right, now I wonder if Mr. Lemuel has something fun he can talk to us about art.
Hey, friend.
Hey,
Hey, artist
Lemuel.
friends. How y'all doing?
So Lemuel, we've been talking about how does weather affect living things, and we talked about hibernate and burrow, also precipitation and drought. Those are big words. And Mr. Corey brought a real live alligator. Actually, he brought two.
I'm so sorry I missed that.
No, but I know you will have something fun for us.
Yes. So, wow, look at these things. Did Corey bring these?
He did bring these. This is a skull of an alligator. This right here is the claw. And the claw has 5 fingers, but only 3 nails on it. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
And this, I can't remember the name of it. It was a big word, but it goes down the back of an alligator like your spine.
So I brought some new art terms.
Okay.
Do you know that a dotted line and a dash line, they make lines?
Really?
So look at this. Is this a piece of bone?
It is a piece of bone.
But look how it has little dots.
It does have dots.
And then the claw, look at the dashes. See the little marks?
I do. I see the dashes. They're going this way.
And these dots and dashes create what we call texture. That's an art term we use, texture.
Texture.
It's kind of rough.
Okay.
It's not smooth. So I'm going to show you how we can use a special art technique to create some texture.
Okay.
So here's some dotted lines. And then this is a piece of a placemat. So you can find lots of things around the house.
Oh, it feels bumpy with the dotted lines.
Here's some wood.
It's not very smooth. That's a little rough too.
And then this was some clay, plate I had, and it dried, but I had created texture. And texture is rough.
I feel that. You know, I
And you
got
could
to
have
touch the alligator, and the alligator was a little rough.
It was. It had a texture. It wasn't smooth texture.
It wasn't.
So all you need is some little pieces of paper and
Okay.
some crayons. And we're going to try to create some different textures.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a brown. And I like to hold my crayon like this, because if I hold it in the middle, it'll get warm and break. So I kind of hold it like this.
Oh, it's making those little squares, the dashes on the paper.
So I'm creating texture. And I sometimes like to just do rubbings of different kinds of texture. You could go on a scavenger hunt and go around and find different kinds of texture and put a piece of paper on it and take your crayon, just rub on it. Oh, and you can even move this a little bit and go over it with a different color. And this is kind of bumpy. Was the alligator bumpy like that?
It was a little bumpy. I know while you're doing that, I was just wondering if I could take that alligator skull over there and put paper on it and see about that texture.
Let's try it.
But I don't know. We might break it.
No, I'm gonna do real light.
Okay. I see all those bumps.
Wow, That almost looks like the real thing. Let me add green on top of it. Look at that.
So, Lemuel, I think that the children at home, even though they don't have all of these materials,
Well, see, this is, you could use a piece of wood on your fence.
oh, I have a fence in my yard.
Or just anything. I wonder what other cool thing you could use.
No, I wonder.
Hey, Lemuel,
Hey, friend.
look what I've got.
Wow.
It's bubble wrap, one of my favorite things. I bet lots of people have this at home. Can you rub it and see what it would look like?
Let's try. Is it gonna pop?
Let's try it and see. It didn't pop.
It didn't pop. It didn't pick up the texture like I thought it would.
It sure didn't.
Who knew?
Well, wait, maybe the paper's too thick.
Oh, you know what? I remember one time you reminded us as an artist that we've got to keep trying.
Well, we could pop it.
We could.
That's fun too. See you later.
Thanks,
Bye,
friend.
Candace.
All right. Well, okay, guess what? After you do all these really cool rubbings, what you can do is you can cut it out or draw on the back. And I drew, voila, an alligator. And so sometimes they stay on the land and sometimes they go into the water.
Fun.
And what I did was I took some of my rubbing, I drew, flipped it over, drew it on the back, and I didn't worry about making a mistake, because, you know, sometimes you do, and you cut out, and you have a collage.
Lemuel, I bet the children at home are going to have so much fun with texture and finding and touching the different things that they can at home, like the fence outside. So, Lemuel, I've been on a roll today with giving alligator claps. I'd like to give you an alligator clap.
I want one with big teeth.
Oh, like this. Ah, very good. Thank you, Lemuel. I am going to invite Corey back on because Corey needs to tell me again what this is right here.
Well, show him my artwork that we created.
Okay, I will.
And the vocabulary words.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy creating.
All right, bye-bye. So I think Corey can come back on. We have just a very short time, and I think he has his alligator friends again. Oh, Corey. Maybe we should close our eyes. Oh, there he is. There's Corey again with the alligator. Corey, we just did this wonderful activity with Lemuel, and he was talking about the texture, and we related it back to the alligator, and he actually took his paper and did a little rubbing on artwork on your school right there.
Oh.
And we talked about how the claw has the dashes on them. And he also noticed the dots were on this piece of bone, and I couldn't remember what this word was.
That is the osteoderm.
Osteoderm. So, Corey, before we close for the day, I wanted to use the alligator and talk about our words behind us one more time.
All right.
So we talked about hibernate, and how the alligator, I remember how he put him on his back, and that was called a stupor, right?
Well, when an alligator is hibernating, it's a type of hibernation called a stupor, and they're at rest. But when blood flow slows down on the alligators, when he's placed on his back, see?
Right. And then you showed us how the alligator uses his 3 claws to make a burrow in the ground. So I bet the children at home could come visit you anytime at the Natural Science Museum.
Oh, yeah, they'll see a lot more alligators there, large and small.
And then they could check out books from the library too, huh?
Well, we don't have a library anymore.
Okay.
But we have a gift shop with books, a lot of educational books.
Yes. So again, go visit the Natural Science Museum, and we hope you had fun. Until next time, farewell.
Friends, we hope you had fun today.
Please join us again for some more adventures next time. For more family enrichment activities, visit our website at mdek4.2.org/EC.
Farewell, farewell, friends today, friends that are here and far away. We have learned a lot through play about our theme and question of the day. Farewell, farewell, friends today. It's time to go till another day. Farewell.